Hey guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and a warm welcome to the channel, where today I'm going to be unboxing the very first of the new 2022 TVs on the channel, and I'm starting off with an absolute banger because we are going to be taking a look at this LG C2 OLED. Now, how do I know that I'm starting off with a great TV? Well, the C range of OLEDs from LG have always been solid performance, and I'm expecting nothing less with this C2. Now, this video wouldn't be possible if it weren't for the guys at box.co.uk who were kind enough to send over the C2 for me to test out. But they haven't just sent over the C2, they have also sent over this. The LG B2 OLED. Now, if you are looking to purchase one of these TVs, it would be great if you could go and check out their link in the description. If you were to purchase one of these TVs from Box, you will get a free 5-year protection plan included. They will throw in free delivery, and they will price match all the major competitors. So you'll be getting a great TV at a great price that should last you for years to come. Box get a sale, and hopefully I'll get sent more TVs to test out for you guys. So it's a win for everyone, and hey, there is nothing to lose. Please go check them out. Now, I will be doing a separate video for the B2 OLED, and I'll be putting that head to head against the C2. I'll test out with the PlayStation and Xbox. So if you want to see those videos, then please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you get notified when those uploads go live. Right, let's start off then with a quick look around the box. So this is the LG OLED Evo 55-inch C2. And if we move across, we can see it says self-lit OLED Evo, Alpha 9 Gen 5 AI processor 4K, Thin Q or Think AI, Web OS, works with Apple AirPlay, works with Apple HomeKit, new for 2022. And then we've got the energy ratings. Now, if you're a regular to the channel, you're gonna know what's coming next, and that is me measuring the box, which comes in handy if you are maybe gonna transport it in a car, if you wanna go and pick up one from a store directly yourself. But I just want you to come in a little bit closer. So we've got the C2 at the front, and at the back we've got the B2, which is a bit strange because actually the B2 box is bigger than the more expensive C2. I suspect it may be down to the stand because, as we can see there on the C2, looks like there's a smaller stand and a slightly bigger one on the B2. But if I'm being honest, they both look a bit boring, don't they? You know, from previous years, they'd be nice and vibrant, colourful, you know, nice sort of images on the front. But yeah, I think because of the environment and all that, they've gone down this route, which I can understand, but yeah, not very thrilling, is it? But anyway, let's crack on and get these measurements. Starting off with the longest measurement first then. And of course, this is the 55-inch C2. And that comes in at 134.5 centimeters or 52.75 inches. The depth comes in at 18.5 centimeters or 7.25 inches. And finally, the height, that comes in at 81 centimeters or 31.75 inches. Time now for one of the best bits, and that is getting the box open. So let's cut those straps. There we go. God, I do love doing this. Such a pleasure, I've got to say it. And let's open this up. Yeah, I've got to say it, very privileged to unbox all these TVs. Take out all the bits which are just in the top here. We'll take a closer look at those in a minute. Take out that bit of foam just there. And if you've never seen one of these TVs before, then just take a look at that. How thin is that TV?
Hard to see it, is that thin?
It is mega thin. They are
it
wicked.
Looks like part of the box.
Yeah, wicked. So anyway, I'm going to call upon the assistance of Mrs. Tech Giant, and we'll get it out of the box. Oh, looks like we've got part of the stand there. So yeah, put that to one side. Wow, that weighs nothing. Look at that.
Lift it one finger.
That is proper light. Right, so what I've just done, I've got Mrs. TG just holding the TV up right there for a moment, so it's not on a stand or anything. And I just want to touch on the thickness once again. Now, whilst, like I said, it is very thin, it is actually a bit thicker than what I remember from previous generations, and more squared off design there. Used to be slightly more rounded on the edges. And if we come round to the side, we can see that we've got a more squared off design. Now, being a 55 inch, the lump that we have at the back, as we can see, it's a lot thicker, does sit further up the TV. So yeah, something to bear in mind there. And like I say, previous generations also were sloping on the edges, but as we can see here, it's more sort of squared off. We just move around there so you get a better view of that. And if we just look down from above, again, you get a better idea of that more squared off design with the side just there. And again, the more squared off and slightly thicker screen there. But we both said it does feel a lot more sturdier to lift. Again, I expect.
It's not so flexible.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It doesn't feel like
it doesn't seem to wobble as much as they have done in the past. So yeah, may give you newbies a bit more confidence when it comes to lifting it. Right, putting the TV on its front now then, and taking a proper look around the back. So yeah, quite a bit of a sort of change this year, which is great. So we've got a white back on it. Might be great, you know, if it comes to not wanting to dust it very often, because it's not going to stand out as much as if it would on a black model. Now, what we do have is the power cable. Now, quite often this will be set off to one side or the other, but this is in the middle. And on previous generations, we've had like a little
box,
a little box there, a little section, should I say, that you can take a screw out of, and potentially, if you wanted to, could have potentially voided the warranty as well, but you could have changed that lead out for a longer one. But this year, it seems to be, if we can see, more sealed in there. So yeah, might not be great news. I will measure that in just a second, but not much else going on directly on the back, but we do have a single button just there, a little bit hard to see. So if you lose your remote, you can still change these settings on the TV. Now at the bottom of the TV, as you can see, we've got our speaker grills there and there. Then moving around to what would be the left hand side of the TV if you're looking at the screen straight on. And we have the following. So IR blaster, satellite and antenna, optical digital audio out, LAN, 4 HDMIs, which I'm pleased to say all 4 are 4K at 120 Hertz. And then finally, 3 USB ins. So it's come to that time in the video where I measure the power cable. Now, for year on year, it's been 1.5 meters, and I'm crossing my fingers that this year it's going to be longer. Oh, I don't know. Let's get the tape measure on the go. Let's find out. Oh, we're past 1.5, 1 meter 95, or 76 inches. So fair play, LG. Finally, you have listened. Now, last thing to look at on the back of the TV is these 4 wall mounting bracket holes. So got my tape measure. Let's just measure up these. So we are looking at 20 centimeters or 8 inches by 30 centimeters or 11 3/4 inches. Now I'm just going to give you the measurements as well to the bottom and the top, so you know where this will sit on your wall. So we're looking at about 22 centimeters from the bottom hole to the bottom of the TV, or 8 3/4 inches. And to the top of the TV from the top hole, we are looking at approximately, what's that, 28 centimeters or 11 inches. Okie dokie, it is now accessory time. And again, really looking forward to this, because there seems to be a lot of changes so far. So yeah, nice that we've got some different things this time around. So are we going to see any differences with the accessories? So we have, well, I think they must be cable tidy clips by the look of them. Yeah, I'd say that's what they are. So yeah, a couple of those in there. A couple of batteries, that's going to be for the remote control. Little bag of screws there, that's going to be for the stand. It's like an IR blaster. Again, don't normally get that on these models. Then we've got all our sort of quick start guide there. Energy consumption, new for 2022. Another plastic clip there. We will do a separate video on putting this stand together. We'll look at the remote in a sec. Then we have a plastic piece just here, again for the stand. Another plastic piece for the stand, which we're not going to be using today. That looks like that will go in the back of the TV, sort of just there, I'd imagine. And then finally, the actual main part of the stand. Again, all in white, because they've always been like silver or black, haven't they? I say that, so it's white roundabout, it is silver, so there we go. So it's quite a short, dumpy little thing. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? They're brushed. Yep. LG OLED on the end there. Like I said, we'll do a separate video on that, putting that all together. So yeah, make sure you subscribe for that. And then finally, the remote. See, any differences this year? And there we have it. So yeah, it looks like pretty much last year's one. If you are new to these TVs, then you may be pleased to hear that this is like a magic remote. So it's like a Wii pointer, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. So you can use it like a wand and move the pointer around on the screen. Got this scroll wheel just there, which you can move up or down. And it's actually also your enter button. So if you push it down, there we go. And then we've got some shortcuts. We've got Netflix, Prime Video, Disney, Raccoon, is it Raccoon? I can never say that. And then our assistants as well. So yeah, all good. So as I said at the start, we are going to be wall mounting this TV. So I've got my brackets then. And I'm just going to simply attach them and get it then up on the wall. And as you will notice, because of the design of the TV, your brackets may overhang just a little bit like mine do. Right, now we've come to the part of the video that I really enjoy, and that is removing the screen protector. But we have encountered an issue. Now, a few people have contacted me and said that they have noticed these little peel labels, which are on either end of the TV at the bottom. And when they've gone to peel them off, like we've just gone to do, they come off and no screen protector comes off, which is, yeah, a bit odd. But we looked at the TV close because we were a bit concerned that there wasn't anything on there. We were like, oh, is it scratched and things like that? Because we got this thing on there as well, little registration there for your warranty. And yeah, we're a bit confused if there was actually anything on there. But if you're actually coming close, I've started to just peel back this corner. And yes, indeed, there is one on here. So if you go back then, and I will do the grand peel. Here we go. Only a little one today, 55 incher. Can't wait till I peel a 77 incher. That will be great. Oh, it's up there with pressure washer and things like that. It's great. Even the missus is smiling. Oh, look at it, it's lush. This is the best bit. Down the side. Yeah. And then the crinkle at the end. ASMR crinkle. Right, so I've got the TV all wired up and we have a standby light indicating we do have power. So let's turn the TV on for the very first time. So the first thing that we are presented with is to press the OK button on the remote, which is the one just in the middle. So let's press that. And we have then the option to set up the TV using, well, there we go, it's now connected. And I don't know if you guys can see that pointer on the screen there. So yeah, like I said, it's like a Wii remote there. So we have the option of setting it up with a mobile device or the TV, and I'm going to set up with the TV. Next, we're being prompted to select our language and location settings. So English and United Kingdom, that's me, so let's move on. Next, we have our Wi-Fi connection. I've just selected my Wi-Fi from the list, and now I've just got to enter in my password. All connected to my Wi-Fi network now then, and next we have terms and conditions. So I'm just going to use the scroll wheel So scroll down to the bottom of there, and you may want to read those, and then press on next. Next, we're being prompted to agree to some terms and conditions. I'm going to go to select all because it can restrict some of the features of the TV if you don't. So I've done that, and now I'm going to go to agree. Next up, it says user analysis. Analyzing of user environment. Connect all the using devices to your TV and turn them on. So I have done that. I've got my Skybox connected up to HDMI 4 and it's come up saying SkyQ set-top box, which is correct. So I'm going to go to next. Again, it just says check settings and set your address, which is all correct there, and I'm going to hit next. Now I've moved on to the next page. It is prompting me to enter my postcode, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now. Now this next page is quite an interesting one. It says TV type, select installation method for your TV. Sound may be optimized depending on the installation method. So we have two options. We've got a stand and wall mounted. So obviously this is wall mounted, gonna click on that. Now we've got a bit of music going, and we've got AI functions. Please use AI functions. LG's deep learning technology can enhance image clarity and resolution according to the content being viewed and provide optimized depth effects and virtual 7.1.2 three-dimensional surround sound. Now from here we can choose AI Picture Pro. We can turn that on and often it gives us some demonstrations of what it's doing, so sharpening up that lad's face when we turn that on, and the Sound Pro as well. But for now, I'm going to turn both of those off and move on. Now this is a prime example why I am showing you the setup process, because this is something new. I've not seen this before. So always ready. Even when the TV has not been used, it provides multiple daily services in Always Ready. When the TV is turned off, it switches to Always Ready to provide optimized wallpaper, voice recognition, and mobile device music playback. So I'm going to go to Always Ready, and you know what, I'm going to actually turn that on. It does say turning this option on may increase energy consumption. Do you want to continue? I'm going to say yes. Now you can change this feature at a later date if you change your mind, so you can go to settings, general, always ready to change feature usage setting. Now it says about an LG account, so sign in with LG ThinQ, sign in with mobile, and sign in with TV remote, but for this I'm going to skip. There we go, it says first use is completed. Install the content app recommended by LG. You can easily sign up or sign in by selecting the image below. But for now, I'm just going to go to done. Right, that's it all finally set up then. And what we're going to first start off by doing is taking a look around some of the menus. So grabbing our remote control, we're going to first hit on the home button. Now that has taken us straight into our main home menu, and as you can see we've got quite a bit going on here. So we've got our sign in there for our LG account, we've got search, we've got recent inputs. Down below we've got trending now, so we've got some suggestions there of things that you may like. All the time I'm using the magic pointer to highlight everything, as you can see on the screen. Just look how fast and convenient that is. Now you can use the up and down buttons like you would on any other sort of remote control, but I just find it far easier using that pointer. Just how good is that? And it is very accurate as well. I do enjoy it. So we do have the apps list, and just want to point out that I can move along like that and it will move that apps list along. So I am in the UK, so please bear that in mind that the apps may be different for where you are in the world. So we got things like Now TV, Netflix, the big ones that you're going to want to know about in the UK, BBC iPlayer, ITV Hub, Channel 4 and My 5. So that's good that they are all included. The box, we've got Prime Video, we've got Disney Plus, Apple TV, YouTube, and a few other things going on there. So we've got things like Art Gallery web browser, and also we've got our App Store. So if the pre-installed apps weren't enough for you, then we do have the App Store that has a whole plethora of apps to choose from. And yeah, I can vouch that there is a wide variety. Back to the home menu again, and moving down, we have things like the home dashboard, connection there, Apple AirPlay, our input, sound output. Yeah, a few things going on there. Something else is still loading. got sports alerts, we've got recommended sites there, so a few favorites going on. Now streaming, new releases, yeah, a hell of a lot of stuff going on. Also, we have this, which I think is new, which says about edit home, so we can edit the list of things there on that home menu, which is great. Right, coming out of that now then, and what we're going to do is go to the main settings. So grabbing our remote control once again, we're going to hold down on the settings button for a long press. And now we are into our main settings. So starting off then with the picture mode. So let's have a look what we have here. So I've got an external device connected at the moment, and we have offered to us. We've got vivid, standard, eco, cinema, sports, game optimizer, filmmaker mode, expert, bright space, and expert dark space. Moving down from that, we've got aspect ratio, nothing new in there. Then we've got advanced settings where there is something new. So we have brightness, color, and clarity. We've got apply to all inputs. We've got filmmaker mode there, reduce blue light. But if we go to brightness, just want to show you in here so we can adjust the OLED pixel brightness there. But if we go down, we can see we've got this new one, which is video range. So it says adjust the video signal range according to the color range set in the external device. Adjust the darkness level of the screen to create a more perfect black color. And if we click on that, we've got a few options of auto, limited, and full. Backing out of that now, and then we have the sound settings. Now we will test out the sound in a minute and go through those modes, but then we have things like the sound out. So we've got a few options there if you want to use a TV speaker, wireless speaker if you want to connect something like that up as well. We've got advanced settings there, so we've got the Dolby Atmos, which we can switch on and off, equalizer, and again, if you change your mind on how you had it set up with the initial setting, be it on the wall or on a stand, you can change that just there in that menu as well, and a few other options. So backing out once again, we go to general, and there we see that new always ready option. Let's just click on that quickly. So we've got enabled a function, looks like we can switch that on and off, and something to highlight there, use always ready without wallpaper. So again, another new option. Backing out of that, and then we have our AI service. So in here, we've got our AI Picture Pro. Again, that was in the initial setup, so we can adjust that if we wish. AI brightness, AI genre selection, AI Sound Pro, AI acoustic tuning, and more. Then we've got our OLED care, which we've seen before, so a few options in there, which is for, like, you've got your device self-care there. So we can clear the memory if things start lagging a little bit. You can go on there and optimize that. Energy saving, and screen self-diagnosis and sound self-diagnosis. Now if we back out of that, we've got this new setting once again. We've got family settings now. So let's dive in here. It's great to see all these new little additions because, you know, it's been much the same for quite a long time now. But so we've got usage limit setting. We've got eye care mode. Let's just click on one of these there. So eye care mode there, we can turn that enable that function on and off. We've got volume limit mode. Again, looks like we can turn that on and off. And screen time report. And I'll do a separate video on this in the future. So if you want to see more details about that, then make sure you subscribe. Now, I don't think there is much else that has changed. So we've got programs, devices, network, system, accessibility there. Go to system so you can have a quick look. So we've got language, location, a few other bits and bobs in there. So just back out of that, and finally we've got support. So we've got the software update function just there, very important one to take note of. User guide, quick help, and privacy and terms. Moving on to the picture now then, and we have a piece of 4K HDR footage, and my God, does that look absolutely amazing or what? Now, if I just move round to the side, or if I just take this remote control out of my pocket there, because I'm moving the point around all over the place, and just look at it. My God, I do love OLED TVs. They are absolutely amazing. As far as I'm concerned, at this moment in time, you just cannot beat them. Just look at the picture. It is absolutely stunning. Now, like I said at the start of the video, the C range of OLEDs from LG have always been solid performers, And once again, we have another winner. Now, if I just move round to the side, I know I show this every time, but I just love the viewing angles on these TVs. I'll move over here, sit down. Look at it. Looks just as good sat over here. Ain't washing out or anything like that. And that is what is just so good about OLEDs. You just get a marvellous picture. No matter where you seem to sit, it is just always spot on. Moving on to something a little bit different now then. And once again, just look at that image. My God, it is a stunner. Luscious greens there. Look at that, really popping. My God, look at that. It's actually in the living room, I swear. Absolutely beautiful. Look at it. Look at that. Oh, mental. Love it. Absolutely love it. My God. Sold. Rightio then, so what I've done now, I've knocked the lights off. Got a little bit of ambient lighting going in the background, but I just wanted to show you the black levels. So again, piece of 4K HDR material, and just look at it. No blooming, nice and bright. Now that is OLED quality. Look at that, come on. Who could argue with that? That is proper punchy, vibrant, bright. I'm sure that this TV is brighter than the last year's C1. I'm not going to say it's massively brighter, but I'm pretty sure it is brighter. Now just coming up to one of my favourite scenes now then, and look at that. Absolutely beautiful. If you've not got an OLED, honestly, just trust me, buy an OLED. You will not regret it. They are wicked TVs. Look at it, it's just proper black where it needs to be black. None of this cloudiness and a glow or anything like that. Just an amazing picture. Now, if you are fortunate enough to own an OLED yourself, I'll put a link in the description to these videos, which are on my YouTube channel. Right, so I've just gone ahead and popped the lights on now so you can see what this same bit of footage looks like in a brighter environment. And once again, it looks just as amazing. Again, look at it. How good is that? Really, come on. Right then, so we've now fired up the PlayStation 5 and we're going to talk about gaming. So this TV does tick so many boxes. So not only does it support Dolby Vision for your general movie use and things like that, but it also supports Dolby Vision for gaming, which is great news. Now along with that, it supports VRR, FreeSync, G-Sync, Auto Low Latency Mode, has a low input lag and a response time of just 1 millisecond. Now another great feature when it comes to gaming is the game dashboard. Now if I press on the settings button just once on the remote control, there we go. It brings up a load of information. And well, it looks like it's changed as well. So yeah, a different design for this year as opposed to what it was last year. Quite like the look of that, it looks a bit different. I think I prefer this one if I'm being totally honest. So what is this then? So it's basically a one-stop shop for you gamers when it comes to information. So we got frames per second, we got our VRR, we got black stabilizer, our latency mode there on or off, and we got a few new things as well down here. So we've got, what's this? Dark room mode, we've got multi-view, and then we've got a shortcut there to game optimizer and all settings. So yeah, I think those two are new. We can change settings just from here as well. So it's great that you haven't got to go deep into settings to quickly change something up. But let's go straight into that game optimizer there. And again, one press, not having to go through loads of different menus. We've got a load of options there. Really, really nicely laid out. And what we got, so darkroom mode there again, reduced blue light, AI game sound, we got VRR and G-Sync, AMD FreeSync Premium there. We can also change the colours, so we've got violet, we've got an orange version there, and also a green. So yeah, all very nicely laid out, and I think any gamer would be pleased that that is included on this TV. Okie dokie, so as promised then, what we're going to do is take a quick listen to these sounds. So at the moment we've got it on 32, let's turn it up a little bit more. Let's get up the sound settings then. So if we just go to sound there, we've got a sound mode, so we've got standard, cinema, clear voice, sports, music, and game optimizer. I wouldn't say the sound is too bad. You know, you've got to bear in mind it's quite, quite a thin TV really, and I would always recommend, if you're going to spend this sort of money on a TV, ideally you want to sort of push the boat out and at least get maybe a sound bar or something like that. But if it's short-term sort of thing, or you really just don't want it banging, then I think the speakers are, I'd say, more than adequate, to be fair. It's not like really offensive or anything like that, but it definitely isn't going to rival a dedicated sound bar or amp and speakers. So yeah, overall, it's a fairly solid performance when it comes to the sound. And there you have it then, guys. That was the 55-inch LG C2 OLED. Now, if you've got any questions, then feel free to ask away in the comment section and I'll do my very best to get back to you. If you've enjoyed this video, then do us a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. Also, please use the new YouTube super thanks if you want to show your support even more. And also use my Amazon affiliate link if you are looking to purchase anything from Amazon. Puts a couple of pence back in my pocket and it doesn't cost you a single penny extra. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.